What's up, everybody? This is Joe from Support and Resistance Trading. I wanted to make a video for you guys talking about my other strategies that I promised that I'd bring to you, and a new sort of setup that I'm also using in conjunction with the strategies. And I want to talk to you guys about that today and how you can use both to confirm the strategy that I'm talking about. So my favorite strategy that I've talked about already is what we call the VWAP bounce, okay? And that's a stock bouncing off the VWAP, usually in the morning and retesting and then failing. So what I want to talk about is the other type of VWAP play that you can play if you're playing or looking for the VWAP bounce. So if you watch the VWAP bounce video, if you haven't, please go down. It's called My Favorite Day Trading Strategy on YouTube. It was a couple weeks ago. Check that out. It's a really great strategy. And what I love about the VWAP bounce is it gives you a really tight stop, okay, when you're playing the VWAP bounce, because you're obviously trading based off of a close above or below or whatever of the VWAP. But this other strategy is playing a VWAP breakthrough and then a VWAP retest. So let me show you. It did it today on the video and it did it today on Netflix, and I've seen it before. I played it on the video. I obviously didn't catch it on Netflix because it was in the same time frame, but I'm going to show you it on both. So the video this morning just collapsed out of the gun. It was collapsing on Thursday, sorry, before the market, was it Friday? Sorry, Friday before the market closed. So people were thinking it was going to continue. So it continued down and it was basing here. So I put this candle in. It was basing around 175.81, which is probably closer to realistically 176 because everything's about a whole number. So it based in here, broke through. Now, when a candle breaks through the VWAP, okay, it doesn't just come up and tap and collapse, if that's what you're looking for. When it breaks through, we want to see it hold that VWAP. So I'm going to zoom in here to show you guys, okay? We want to see it break through. We want to see it hold the VWAP, okay? Now, when it's holding the VWAP, it's going to come down and test that VWAP. It doesn't have to hold literally the VWAP line, all right? It doesn't have to hold that. But what it's going to do is it may break through. And what you want to see is you want to watch these two things. If you have Thinkorswim or any other brokerage, right, usually you'll at least have the time of sales, okay? I have the level 2 over here. I'm kind of getting used to using this again in terms of watching with the plays, but I really have been watching the time of sales, and I've been watching what we have over here, which is called the active trader, and I have it right now. I have it set up for my options, but I can also set it up for the stocks. I have 3 monitors in my setup right now. I have a 43-inch TV and two 32s. On 2 different screens you see, I have the same sort of chart set up on a 5-minute in my other screen with the time of sales set up for the stock. So I bounce from one screen to the next, so I can see the time of sales with the active trader set up for the stock. And this one I have set up to actually get in on the trade, and I click on this to buy and sell quicker for options and to set my stops. It's so much faster. So what I'm talking about is when you're trading this breakthrough strategy, right, as it breaks through, it closes above. What you want it to do is come back down and retest the VWAP, all right? And you want to be watching 2 things. One, you want to be watching the time of sales, okay? And the active trader. The active trader will show you, not on this one again, you know what, I'm just going to pull up just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. NVDA, if I can type. All right. NVDA. All right, what you will see on the time of sales, you'll see people, all right, it's like stacking up in certain places based on the volume, and you can see where people are bidding in and like the size and buying on the ask or selling on the bid and vice versa. And what's nice is you can correlate this with the time of sales, and you can see where the bids are really coming in to confirm where your support is. Then when you're seeing where your support is by using these 2 I guess you can call them indicators, right? Then you can check with your candles and your setup to confirm what the time of sales is showing. For example, I guarantee when this candle was forming, you were seeing it getting eaten up very quickly, which is what the candle shows. But what you got to realize is what I'm learning is the time of sales is showing you what is happening before the candle even forms. So as the candle is forming this hammer candle, you're seeing it on the time of sales getting eaten up, confirming what you're seeing on the chart, if that makes sense. So what I'm talking about is as the candle breaks through here, right, we want to see it sell off into the VWAP and not just blow through. To me, that's not a strategy I would want to trade. I can't just, there's no real entry there besides a break of the VWAP. because the stock will break the VWAP sometimes on the short, like it's going to collapse. It will break through here and then just collapse back down. We want to see it hold and retest that support area, okay, and put in candles that are showing support, and in this case, candles with longer wicks that people are eating up, all right, this sort of support area. All right, so on this trade specifically, I was looking for the hold of this line, 176, I think that's 66, 86, pretty much the hold of 177. All right, and what I was seeing is every time the stock came down to 177, that 177 area, people were eating up on the time of sales. Okay, and you could see on the active trader a bunch of people sitting at these levels. Okay, so as these bids are getting eaten up, you can see that the stock wants to break out, wants to go long. All right, so what you would do is you would buy right in here, and I did. I think I can show you right here. Bought a call, 955, 42. So 955 and 42. I'll show you where that was. It was a 180 call for 249. Okay, so 955. So let's go to 955, so you can see where I got in. So 9 right here. Okay, right in this candle. So as we were confirming on the chart and the time of sales that we were getting eaten up, I got in honestly at the lower part when we broke above this 177 like 12 area. All right, and we broke through. Now what we did was we came back down and retested. Now this is where you can use two things. One, you want to see these getting eaten up again. You want to see it holding this support level. Two, on a chart technical analysis formation, you want to see it put in sort of a lower high, right? Lower high. All right, and you don't want to see it really crashing through. If it crashes through, you're out. So I got in here, held through, and you know, obviously, as hindsight says, you can see that we blew all the way up and we caught a majority of the move here. All right, so this is the VWAP break strategy, but you just don't want to use this because, like for example, let's look at let's see if Apple or somebody else did it today. All right, we did the opposite. We broke through, we confirmed the break, and we just didn't get down enough, and we did the opposite. Okay, so when you're when you're using this strategy, you want to combine it with other indicators. Okay, I really want to call time of sales the indicator, but I don't know what you would call this. But the time of sales, any active trader in Thinkorswim, to confirm what you're seeing on the chart. All right, and kind of use both in conjunction with one another. And as you see, I've deleted a lot more stuff off my chart. I deleted RSI, got rid of that. Okay, I also deleted the 9. And I deleted the 200-day, and I really just I'm going to use the 50 and the VWAP, mostly the VWAP. The 50 is like something I like to use for confirmation of a reversal pattern, so that's why I like that. But I got rid of the 9; it really wasn't helping me anymore. And the 50 usually lines up with an original support and resistance anyway. So the 200, sorry, so I just used the 50. But let's go back to NVIDIA. All right, and again, you can see it breaks through. Tests, yes, we break through, but the neck candle doesn't fall below and collapse down. Okay, we held this support area. That's when I got in. When I found out the held, I'm not buying in here, right? I'm not buying in this candle. I'm waiting to show, watching the time of sales, that we're holding this level. Okay, let's look at Netflix. Did it as well. Did it as well in conjunction with the time of sales. Okay. Right, we collapsed in the morning, found this support. You can see all these candles get eaten up off the 370, and you could probably saw in the time of sales. I didn't, because I wasn't watching this. Broke up through, right, collapsed back through, but then we found a higher low. Okay, again, higher low isn't always the best confirmation, but found, broke up through, leveled off, holding this VWAP support. And you can see these candles get eaten up and eaten up and eaten up, right? Then we broke. Came back down, retested, kind of put in a double bottom off the VWAP, and we ran up, okay, all the way to 370 and kept going, I guess, holding, there we go. So you could, if you played this, for example, right, you risk the VWAP, and what's nice is the VWAP moves with you, and you obviously want to be looking at the time of sales at the same time, but the VWAP moves with you, so you obviously want to take off some in this move, right? If you got in risking off the VWAP, 371, you want to take off some in the move, a full, what, $1, $2 move, right? You want to take some off in there. If it comes all the way back down, you clearly have your stop set at the VWAP. So already in this point, you're already in the green. You're already in the green. Your stop now, your new stop is in the green. Come back up, it comes down, retest. Again, we're higher, we're still in the green, and you can kind of hold this. Right? You can hold it. And what I do is I put in a double top off the relatively opening candle, and then we collapse down through. So I really like these VWAP strategies, especially now in conjunction with the time of sales and the active trader. It allows me to get better entries and to confirm, right, what I'm seeing on the chart. That I'm seeing that these candles are getting eaten up, right? You can really see it in the video. Okay? That these candles are really getting eaten up. When this candle got eaten up, this hammer candle got eaten up and we broke above and we're still getting these longer wicks. Okay? We tried to break up through. We hit the 50. We kind of sold off. This is fine. To me, this is fine. We never broke through. Okay? I was watching this. We never broke through my previous or the VWAP. Okay? And then we kept going, and we broke and ran. Okay? So these are the things you want to start to combine, right, with your strategy. You don't want to be looking at the charts and trying to guess the candle pattern that is forming. Like, oh, it's just because it's a hammer candle, I'm going to go long, or just because it breaks through the VWAP, I'm going to do this. You want to add these strategies in conjunction with the time of sales, and what's nice is it really allows you quality, right? Quality entries. Like, for example, when I got in here, this spread on the contract was like $4. All right, the lowest it went against me was $6. I think I was red $6 or $7. Okay, big deal. At this point, I was like red $6. If I broke through, was I gonna be red 15? Right, for a whole move, right? Trying to catch the bigger move here of a delta, like no matter what the delta is, what, $2, a $2 move, or whatever on the contract, depending on your delta, a 2-point move. So that's what we're looking for here, guys, okay? Confirmation with the chart and the time of sales and this VWAP cross is a really, really awesome strategy. Because if you're looking for the bounce, like I talked about in my other video, right, you're looking for it to not break the VWAP. As soon as it breaks the VWAP, boom, into this other strategy. Are we going to hold the VWAP and we're going to reverse and go long? Or are we going to break through the VWAP and collapse? All right? You can play both right at these VWAP bounces in the morning. Great, great opening strategies. Okay, guys? All right, so hopefully later this week I can show you my last strategy. It's not my favorite. That's why I'm leaving it to the end. But these two VWAPs are my favorite. All right, are my favorite. All right, guys, I hope you have a great week. Hopefully you have a great earnings week as everybody else is playing, obviously, all the earnings plays. And I will see you all soon. All right, thanks, guys.